Hey, traders. Good to see y'all on this pretty historic day for at least Ethereum. And I guess Jerome Powell is now retiring the word transitory. So, yeah, inflation fears are now are going to remain persistently a threat, as what was discussed today from him. So, naturally, you'd think that'd be good for hedges against inflation. Market didn't react very well to it. But one thing did. Ethereum, my God, title of the stream, Ethereum.D, which is the Ethereum dominance chart, right? Percentage of the total crypto market cap that is comprised of Ethereum is at its highest level since I began my live streaming journey. I think I started live streaming like February 8th or 9th. Ethereum, I guess, was at like 22.6. He was right around here. And so, highest level since February 28, 2018. You broke a critical level of inflection. We knew that was the case right there. You'd been trying to break it since May of this year. Gone now. And what's amazing is that parabolic uptrend, that curve line we had, you got really close to it again, didn't you? You never broke it. You're continuing your parabolic ascent. And really, if you look left, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. So maybe straight up again, 24.87 to 26% total market cap dominance of 3.75% today. Major breakout. All right, and what was going on? It's crazy. How could you apply traditional technical analysis to this? Well, we do, and we don't know if it's really going to play out that great, but we had identified a very, very textbook, right? Potential 3 rising valleys. Oh wait, confirmed 3 rising valleys broke out yesterday, bouncing on that 200 moving average. So TA respected even here. All right, and what else? Ethereum.D, but also Ethereum, not dot, but slash Bitcoin. Multi-month highs. Yes, multi-month highs, highest level you've seen since May 15th. And you'll soon be testing that most likely, right? You break that, look left, that's another major level. It's really kind of a little above you. It's 8.5 million sats, the high from May of 2018. You break that. There's been a couple times where you faked out, but that's the real big area where you could go. Could you imagine 10.7 million sats? Think about where Ethereum dominance is going to be. So, big development on one particular asset, just happens to be today Ethereum. And that trade setup, because this looked perfect, man, and it was too set up. Right there it was, October 20th, the bullish cipher at the pattern completion zone with a type 2 return, the confirmation low with bullish divergence on that confirmation low. That was it. It was literally like that. That's how you normally size up anything, any asset in the same situation, right? All right. Pretty much at target 2, and you're not done, right? The 4th target, 10.7 million sats. I could see that happening. If all stays the same, yeah, I could see that. All right. You got Ethereum doing really good things, and now we look at the US dollar pair, which broke a supply line, it seems, has hit from your previous high, your all-time high, to the correction low. You've officially hit an 88% retrace at 47.50, and you reacted there. You did go from hitting that 886 at 47.50 all the way down to 45.50 or 45.20 before rallying. So, someone would consider that the pattern completion zone of a bearish shark right there, but not much downside yet. Hasn't really done much besides that quick reaction. So, also, I guess testing the high from November 3rd. You're hanging out right around there. So yeah, maybe you pull back a little bit. Okay, you pull back and you probably make a higher low than the previous lows, and then you'll run, and the uptrend will continue. Just like you had down here, reciprocal ABCD. There was a supply line at one point, and you broke it and went to all-time highs. You broke another supply line after considerable consolidation. I don't know, lasted a few weeks. That's really not even much, man. So this asset's up 4.3%, while Bitcoin's down 1.19%. That's telling, but not surprising if you're paying attention to the Bitcoin pair. Okay, so that's it, man. That's above the 200 moving average. Let's look at the daily. The daily histogram. Remember yesterday? You finally got your first week of positive momentum since November 11th. Okay, hidden bullish divergence is beginning to play out. Continuation is starting. And what was so incredible about yesterday was the 3-day candle closed, I believe. But it was really a daily candle close confirmed back above the high from May 12th. Very good when you get above that. Good things can happen. You even today back tested that old high as support. Market participants got confirmation they needed before pushing it higher. If all stays the same with 45 minutes, I mean, you'll be having your highest daily candle close since mid-November, 2 weeks ago. And there's just nothing here. I mean, it's like straight up, straight down. So why not straight up again? It could very well happen. Okay, I mean, the stage is set for much higher prices. You're not overbought, obviously. Look at the dailies at 57, man. What? Let's look at that 3-day. The 3-day that was so nice. Here it was. Major bullish engulfing candle. Almost tweezer bottom engulfing candle. And again, a 3-day close back above the same level. Very, very bullish behavior. So good, man. All right, let's see if it continues. So that's why I'm live, just kind of to go into Ethereum. Oh, we can, right? But something's happening in 45 minutes, chat. 45 minutes or less now. What do you think is going to happen? Well, Ethereum's about to mint the highest monthly candle close of all time, catching follow through price action after the engulfing candle last month. Beautiful. So more history is coming in less than an hour. All right. So you want to stick around for that. Monthly candles close, and then what was happening the previous month could completely change, right? So for Bitcoin, it was a month of consolidation, you could easily say. Just like in September, it was a month of consolidation. And once October, the first 8 hours of October were among us, Bitcoin appreciated in value 10% plus. But it went on to all-time highs. So that new month's coming. That has been so lackluster for Bitcoin. So here it is, just showing you. All right. The monthly. Let's go to Bitcoin now. That is not looking nearly as technically sound as Ethereum, where this asset has still not made a higher high. Not making higher highs, and not really made a higher low yet. Not really breaking the supply line of the wedge. Not really at all breaking resistance that goes back to February of this year, when Bitcoin hit its all-time high, February 21st, 58.4, 58.3. You're below all that. You got to get above it, man. That is one lone difference from last September, or this previous September and now, where they all look similar. But one thing that Bitcoin did in September was held support for, 9 days, 10 days. It was once resistance became support, first time ever. Now the difference is that it's not as good, where what was once a resistance is being regarded as a resistance undeniably right now. And the argument for hidden bearish divergence has developed, where you make a high on price, then you make a discernible lower high on price with higher levels on your histogram. That implies a continuation to the downside. Just like we saw here, right? I mean, the high on price, the much lower high on price, continuation, you sold off, but then bullish divergence developed, then you rallied, then you just made another lower high, up thrust, and then you dumped again and reset. Bearish convergence, and then there wasn't an edge and it rallied. And now we're showing kind of a bearish edge right here on Bitcoin. Just showing it to you. You know, that's, I don't know if it's going to play out. What if the new month usher in brand new price action where we just moon? So yeah, I would think that like if Bitcoin can hold above this 55,956K, look, a candle low close from the 19th and a low close from November 23rd. I think if you can hold that, I mean, all of a sudden the argument for like momentum shifting stuff would be there, right? You would have an argument, maybe momentum shifting, just make a higher low and you regard old support locally as support again. That's fine. Happens all the time. So you see how close it is, right? You want to talk about critical areas? It's like put that critical area song on loop the entire stream, because that's what's going on with Bitcoin. Not Ethereum. Ethereum's unreal, right? So good. Bitcoin's just not as good. That's okay though. Okay, so that was your 4-hour analysis. The daily. The daily that, hey, at least the threat of a falling 3 methods is dead, right? There is no argument for that. That's never going to happen. So you would have to get a daily candle close below 53,700. That's never going to happen. So you're good there. Like, I do like impulse candle and then indecision for a couple days. That's fine. Narrow range. Look where you are. It's just so critical, chat. You must break this area. You break it, you're going to 63.5. You know what that means for Ethereum? Ethereum's going to 5K. No edge on the daily, really. I mean, maybe. Do you understand how long it would take for bearish divergence to play out on the monthly? Who cares? Like it's so slow that you would get devastated trying to take action on that. Oh, monthly bearish divergence, time to go short, and before you get obliterated. I mean, okay. Thanks, dude. What's up? Yes, sir. Dude, it's only like early in the week, right? It's freaking Tuesday. Gross. Okay, so Ethereum is the king. Bitcoin's okay. But we need Bitcoin to just do okay, and Ethereum will take over the world. I mean, pretty much on the charts, not talking about which one's better than the other, not based on charts for your fundamental argument. No, this is just TA here, TA arguments. The streets abound, man. It's about the ifs. It's about the levels. It always has been about the ifs and the levels. If the asset market participants can break those levels, you haven't yet. But new month, you could. Let's look at the monthly for Bitcoin, because its candle is going to close too. And to me, all I see is just a mere amount of indecision after a major bullish engulfing candle that was your highest close ever. Extremely fine to me. I'm okay with it. I have no problem with this monthly candle close, because you know how easy it will be for market participants to bullishly engulf this month like it was a joke. I wouldn't be surprised if we engulfed next month. But we'll see, right? And no, I would not really consider that like monthly bearish divergence yet. Again, it's too slow anyway. What are you going to do? You going to take action on it? Good luck. Let me know how it goes, Egg, okay? You go short. You do your thing. You try to play this monthly bearish divergence that you've identified. All right? So that's kind of your update on Ethereum and Bitcoin, kind of in depth like we do daily. So you're just, you know, the markets are always changing. They never sleep, right? We always are getting new candles, so we're always here daily to tell you about those new candles and what's going on. All right, I think you're a little bit more clear on things. All right, gotta break the resistance. You're below it, and you've been testing it as a resistance since you tested it for the first time yesterday. It was really kind of like 2 days ago, like 48 hours ago. No breakout yet.
Noise! Hey Mitch, may I ask what is your impression with $ENS at the moment? Getting higher lows, I'm not sure if it would count as a rising 3 methods. Much appreciated.
You don't know if it'll count as a 5 Japanese candlestick structure? Or did you mean, well, we'll just look at it, we'll put it on the list. Not like we have anything to look at anyway today.
What about the 5 minutes bearish div?
Yeah, dude, you're screwed, egg. Yeah. There you go, man. There's your combination of variables, your 5 minute and your monthly. Go ahead, go all in short, right? Just kidding. Thank you, man. Thanks for the jokes, the eggs. Cracking the jokes. Cracking the eggs. Okay. So I guess we can go to the other ones. Cardano. I mean, we keep looking at Cardano, right? And all it does is this. It's like eventually it's not going to be something we look at every day because it's going to lose so much market cap that it's no longer in the top 4 or 5, whatever. But, I mean, rallied, and there's definitely hidden bearish divergence on the 4 hour, undeniably. So implying a continuation downward, I would not be surprised. I would believe it, at least for maybe a back test of 145, 148, right? Go test that level a second time, and if you hold this second time, hey, it might be a real reversal coming for 184, 188 at least, right? But for now, you're staring into the face of hidden bearish divergence locally from the high November 25th to now. So that means a continuation to the downside is implied, and it may just come down for a second test, but very weak. I mean, but that's nothing new. This thing has been like that, right? This has been different. It hasn't been making higher highs, higher lows in a long time. I mean, this whole correction started in September. No end in sight yet, even though you are close to almost actionable levels to strategize an entry and stop loss. There's just no edge at that inflection point yet. Okay.
It's China to me, China.
BTC broke its 20k all-time high 1 year ago today. Smile 0.015011000 LTC.
Thanks, Tony, man. It's Brano, man. Pass the gabagool for Bitcoin. Broke 20k 1 year ago today, man, and we were here for it. The hype song was being played at extremely high levels right around this time 1 year ago. Win Hay song again, chat. Win Hay song. Never again for Cardano, but maybe for Bitcoin in the future. If the new month, December, which is I guess historically the most bullish, it repeats itself again, we'll be in good shape. All right, let's go to Binance Coin. Binance Coin actually in the green today, and it's extremely powerful. Chad, I'm telling you, Binance Coin, don't be surprised if at least $690, $700, but don't be surprised towards the end of this cycle, BNB sees $1,000 and you're like, I can't believe Binance is at $1,000. It's like, why can you not believe it? We're in the exponential age, man. This is a extremely well-performing asset forever, dude. It's a strong outperformer and will continue to outperform. The 200 moving average has been tested like no one's business to support, just like Ethereum.D. You see this 200 moving average on the 4 hour, right? You see its correlation?
Can you take a look at Kin? Stock. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, we'll look at Can. Thank you, dude. Which is cannabis, I think. Coin. Or not, cannabis stock. Sorry. Oopsie, thanks, man. Yeah, just don't be surprised if insane things happen again on Binance soonish. Okay? So letting you know, it's not Cardano, it's way better. Like, it is like 10 times better than Cardano, technically. Heck, it might be a little better than Bitcoin technically. All right, I think it might outperform Bitcoin. It has been, so history could just repeat itself. It could just, the trend is your friend, right? And outperformers can continue to outperform the macro, which would be Bitcoin in this situation. All right. Monthly candle on Binance. We want to look at it. Guess what, chat? You're about to make literal history. Binance in 31 minutes. It's pretty close, but you'd think unless something insane happened in the next 30 minutes, Binance will be making its highest monthly candle close of all time. Immediate fall to price action after last month's bullish engulfing, like Ethereum. That's really good. $1,000 at some point, probably. Just barely overbought on the monthly. You're back at 71, 72. That's not bad.
Would you take a look at North/USDT on the KuCoin chart? Thanks, man.
Thank you, Kenton. Yes, we will. I mean, the last time Binance was at this level, chat, on the monthly, Binance was at 98 on the RSI. Chernobyl levels of overboughtness. And now here we are again, the same level, actually a little bit higher. And you're only at 71 on the RSI. Stage could be set for insanity in the coming couple quarters. All right. Nice one on Binance. Always dig it because, I mean, you know, trade setups play out. And when they play out, they don't just crap around. They outperform. They do good job. They hit all the targets. All right. You pull back majorly, but just testing a demand line and running again, man. So good. Okay. Let's look at the S&P 500 because not good at all, really. Oops. Yeah, I mean, coming for a back test, 45, 38, 45, 45. That's probably happening. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't happen. There are an unlimited amount of gaps to fill. Your lowest one, pretty much, any recent history is 43.65, and that'd be a full reset, deep 886 retracing the previous low to high.
It's Giving Tuesday, but this isn't charity. Just a little thank you for all that you've done for me over the last 3.5 years. Join Patreon tomorrow, peeps. Canes.
Mr. Anderson, thank you so much, dude, for the $50 contribution and the advocacy for the Patreon. Yeah, it is the first of the month tomorrow, so that's when the billing cycle is for Patreon. That is the best day of the entire month to join the Patreon. So be prepared. If you wanted to invest in yourself, if you wanted some trade setups, you wanted to be connected to a really nice community, you know, premium Discord chat. And you want to support the channel, support what I do. You want the graphics to keep getting better. You want all these NFTs. You want all that stuff. That's how you support the best way anyway. Because my team gets a cut of it, and it's like, you know, all the tips go to me, but join the Patreon. You're helping the team out.
Holla Mitch, love your TA and everything you do. Man, you make me laugh. Can you check it a lot?
I make you laugh and funny like a clown, like I amuse you, Emiliano.
Don't worry too much. Everything is beautiful. There's nothing to worry about.
Okay, so this S&P continuing its sell-off after reacting and reversing. It seems at the 1618, the pattern completion zone of the bearish
Hey, Mitch,
crab
can you
pattern.
look at Clean's Park, CLSK, stock? Thanks.
What's up, Neil? Sure. Wait, no, I can't. Sorry, $20 minimum per 20 United States dollar minimum requests just for assets. Yeah, so S&P, Dow Jones also wrecked more than before. Yeah, just blasted through that level that should have been a support. Almost you should consider capitulating, right? Gapping down, and just now you're in the kind of the dead middle of a range here.
Can we check SNX USDT? Also, Cream is making history. Lowest monthly close of all time.
Nice.
So FTM
Congrats,
is my friend
dude.
now.
Congrats to your inverse tendies, Eggman. This is what happens, Larry, when you create a crypto project. You want to hang with the big boys and you get exploited and hacked. That's Cream. What a waste of a ticker. Anyone could have been Cream, but these scrub developers ended up being it, and they ruined the name forever. Okay. So it's like perfect. Okay, no Cream. Like exactly. It was destined. Farva. Super Troopers. So yeah, what's the retrace on the Dow Jones now from the previous low to high? I mean, you're probably going to 34,249, 33,953. Wait, 33,953. Yeah. So the 786,886 is upon you. The deep retraces are coming. Brace yourself. You're oversold. No edge at all. No edge, dude. Bearish convergence like crazy. So yeah. NASDAQ did not fare too well. Also down 1.55%. Out of that, whatever. I don't even know if it's considered that. I think it's just like doing the same thing, right? Hitting, like, look, the 1.618 fib extension, and that's where it's double topped. And the double top is confirmed right here. You just back today. This is what the asset. This is what it did today, or the index fund. The neckline of the confirmed now double top was back tested as resistance. You broke it and then back tested it on the 4 hour only to close below it. Certainly no edge going on, if you could imagine. And I think at least 15,399 to be tested, but you go for a full reset. We're looking, you know, a gap fills down here. Yeah, that's perfect, man. That's life. That's traditional markets right there. Way less Rudy Poo stuff at fib extensions like some of these S coins that'll just, we're blasting through the 1618 and just, you know, topping out in between the 1618, 2618. You know, this is an index fund, right? Hitting that in perfect reversal on the second high. And look how extreme the bearish divergence was on the 4 hour when you hit that 1.618 with the bearish engulfing. So let's see how well it performs in this hyper bullish trend. I don't know how much it can fare positively without money printer going burr, since they're propping up the system completely. There's no like new market participants joining the stock market right now. Just a bunch of buybacks and bond buying. And then you got one more index fund, and then we'll move on. The Russell 2000 small caps still getting devastated. Whew. What a quick drawdown. I mean, I don't really know why it would just reverse here. I mean, I guess it could, you know, but there's no edge, right? Who cares if it reacts randomly at some small level of inflection? It's not even, right? It just reacts tomorrow, next couple days, makes a lower high, maybe fills a gap, and then dumps again, right? It's just no action to take after a huge move down like that. Who cares if it rallies? Normally when they rally after drawdowns like that, they just make lower highs, hidden bearish divergence, then they reset and they go back down to lower lows or the same lows. And then maybe it starts getting interesting. But for now, drawdown still in progress on one of your index funds, okay? Thanks. Golds. What do you think? Gold. Chat. You love gold, right? I mean, sure, dude. You just go to the weekly. No big deal, man. No big deal, but still lower highs. Still lower highs. Going on 3 weeks in a row of just sell off. Gave back all the previous week's gains completely. Already back to the same level you were at November 1st, which is the same price you were at November 30th of last year, chat. Which is the same price you were at October of 2012, December 2011, August 2011. Terrible, man. Just awful. Call me when it makes a higher high than the previous freaking high, chat. Call me when gold does that, all right?
Hey Mitch, can you look
Trash.
at your USDT?
Dude, it's gold.
0.786 retracing near a critical inflection area. Thanks for all you do. Goat 0.000405053 BTC.
What's up, Dan, man? Thanks for the 23. We'll look at MIR, all right? Depression on a chart right here. Not really, though. You want to see real depression? You want to see the worst chart of all time? Besides Enron, that went to zero. One that's still alive and well. Oh, well, it's not really well. As I'm speaking to you right now, The Turkish lira to the United States dollar, this is the weekly, is at its lowest level ever. It's certainly crashing, capitulating. I mean, what would cause a bounce? I have no idea. I don't know at all. I just have an alert set up down there somewhere, and it's almost there. Okay, God. Absolutely disgusting. No words. Win zero, right? Those are the words. Win zero. Oh, we forgot to look at. Oh my God, dude, I'm sorry. So we're circling back now because I think we're about to get in the request, and we're gonna just play it.
I like turtles.
There it is, chat. Once a day. One turtle a day keeps. I don't know, something stupid. Okay. Kind of flat, right? Flat since the 18th. Same levels. Can you, I mean, again, we talked about this yesterday. Ethereum is certainly, without a doubt, outperforming total market cap. Well, it was kind of in line with it. It looked like the Ethereum chart, but lately, I'm talking real recent, Ethereum's outperforming. And it's closer to its previous all-time high than total itself. Yeah, Neil, we'll do it, man. Thank you, man.
Sorry, didn't see the minimum. Can we look at CleanSpark CLSK?
Sure thing. If total was performing equally with Ethereum, wouldn't it have a positive histogram wick already today? Yeah, it would. And it'd be much closer. 2-3 trillion. Kind of a what? Huh? No amount of turtles could keep inflation away at this point. Cat's out of the bag, and it's going to get progressively worse. And there's no end in sight. I mean, there is no solution. If you think there are like economists out there that know what's going to happen, what they're doing, like to curb the inflation on goods, services, everything, you're mistaken. There is no solution now, except maybe, just maybe, something part or along the lines of what I'm staring at, what you're staring at right now on your screen. Total might be the cure, or at least the parachute, because there is no cure. Our current system is kind of screwed. I mean, like in every way. And this is like coming, these are like real economists are saying this. Okay, that, you know, I'm just a guy with a webcam and microphone like charts, you know. There's people much smarter than me saying this stuff.
Did you see the monthly SPX candle close? Oof.
No, we can just real quick look at it because I'm kind of curious. Yeah, I forgot the monthly candle close there too. The monthly chat. Ooh, yeah, that is. Could someone tell me what this candle could potentially be? Wow, and we've seen it before, and the last time we saw a candle this perfect, COVID crash, the next 2 months. Someone tell me. Yeah, it's a shooting star. Certain shooting star. But good luck, man. I don't know. Like hey, is that a shooting star too? Kind of. January. Didn't matter. Just kept going. Yeah, so look, you know, last time we had somewhat of a shooting star, evening star, January of 2020. Look at the preceding months. Yikes. Scary stuff. Well, here's the thing though. You know, I'll scan charts and stuff. You know, I'll get done with crypto, I'll go to stocks. Sometimes I'll go commodities. I'll do my thing, right? And what I've been witnessing the past few weeks is hitting the space bar a lot and just being like, good God, there are a lot of individual assets going through corrections where I'm talking consecutive lower highs, lower lows on the daily, not the 4 hour. Yeah, so we're going through a correction, and the only reason this was doing what it was doing was because like the high flyers and the mega cap were rallying really hard this month while value was already in a correction. And that's why the Dow Jones had probably been underperforming the S&P, NASDAQ so much this month. So yeah, like energy names, momentum shifted on them, not bullish, bearish momentum. Everything's going from higher highs, higher lows to now lower highs are getting put in that are discernible on significant time scales. And harmonics are, playing out really well that are bearish after they hit their PCZs, so that should tell you something. Okay. There's your monthly S&P. I'm sure the Dow Jones isn't good either. Forgot, still got it. Oh yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, that is literally a dark cloud cover, Japanese candlestick reversal. Yeah, without a doubt, certainly.
Can you look at
bearish reversal on the monthly?
Battery metals. Looking for an entry. Thanks.
What's up, 556? Thanks, dude. What about 223? Just kidding. Yeah, I mean, right, you had a bearish engulfing candle in September, then just complete bamboozling, now right back into another Japanese candlestick reversal. The dark cloud, the cover. And it's barely, right? Barely a dark cloud cover, but certainly is, right? Criteria of the dark cloud cover reversal is you have a higher open than your previous candle's close. You got that. I scale out, you can clearly see it. There it is. And then whatever happens with the wick above, it needs to then pierce through at least 50% of the candle. Bolkowski talks about the best ones are 65% of the way through the previous candle. That certainly happened. That's like 70% plus, right? Piercing through the previous candle. So let's see if the bearish Japanese candlestick pattern on the monthly plays out on the Dow Jones. You go up and down for 2 weeks, 3 weeks before it continues, or it catches follow-through price action, which would take you much lower. All right, just be careful. I know, I get it, man. It's like whatever. Every time something happens bearish, maybe a few weeks, and then it runs again to all-time highs. So.
Hey, song for Tree Pair, Mitch.
Yeah, really, right? Arshawn, thanks, man. I don't know. I don't want to usher in any spammers, we used to get from there, from that country of origin. Austin Lee, what? Dude, you must be just like coming in here, like literally right now. Just rewind the stream 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Okay, let's just move on. Let's go to that first request, I guess, right? Oh wow, this will be easy. Okay, yeah, we looked at that, I think. Someone requested it yesterday. I'm trying to find the chart with data on it, because I know it did some work on this. Oh, yeah. No. You want to know about ENS? ENS, not really giving a discernible edge right now. One thing I'll tell you is the asset has retraced 88% of the way, not once but twice, with no edge.
Hey Mitch, thoughts on the RSI bearish divergence on the BTC monthly chart? First time I've seen something like it. Thanks.
Who cares? Who cares? Monthly bearish divergence might be in development, maybe on a very slow, significant time scale. So how can you take action on it? You can't. Because, like, what happens when Bitcoin, if Bitcoin, like, in December has, like, an insane blow-off top month or something and goes to all-time highs, then what are you going to do? What are you going to do with that information that you think you're seeing right now on the monthly RSI on Bitcoin? Nothing. You can't do anything. I don't know, like, if it's enough. We'll see, I guess, next month. We probably need some more data.
Just because. Cheers.
Thank you, Ziggy, for the 10 just cause super chat. Much love. Appreciate it. So for me, this is like played out. Like taking long here is stupid. I don't care if it keeps going. It's just stupid, fundamentally speaking, if you care about Fibonacci, value, premium, confirmation highs, right? It's stupid. Yes, it could keep going. And okay, moon soon. Okay, but taking longs after assets when they bottom out and it's identified that they bottom out, and then they proceed to run up 109% in 5 days. Right? Why would you ever consider longing this? Okay. This is exactly where an asset would reverse. Just think about it, you know? That will meet the criteria. Yeah. 886. The pattern completion zone of a bear shark, where you get a type 1 return. And then you get your type 2 up there. And that's it. Like, and what just happened earlier today, you went up and tested what was the highest 4-hour candle close of all time, November 10th, is now resistance again. So if it keeps rallying, who cares? But to try to think about taking a fresh long now is actual stupidity. But hey, if it rallies upward, what are you going to do? You're going to start all of a sudden going long on assets, every asset you see that's just gained 100% of value in 5 days, that has double topped, and there's no edge for upside right now? You just keep doing that, playing the numbers game, you will lose everything you own. You'll rage quit. You'll never trade again. So maybe it does keep going, but I'm just telling you, this is the absolute worst area to ever talk about taking a fresh long. Okay, that's it. That's all I got for you. ENS. Moving on. Oh, it's B-dubs, man. Jay, man. Haven't had a Saban in a minute, have we? A Saban sack.
B-dubs tipped $111. Luna was my first 100x this year today, celebrating. Loving it, thanks for your insight. Blue looks like something you tell me to identify early. Can you look at Woo, buddy? Thanks.
Wu-Tang. Yeah, we'll do it. Thank you, B-dubs. B-dubs, dude, the hex thing you requested exists now. Remember 66666? That's now a thing. Okay? I don't know when you're lurking, when you're watching.
Colorado Trader 720 super chatted $35. Could the Doge monthly be a prolonged test of some kind of rising 3 methods pattern? I apologize if you already look at Doge.
Yeah, dude, we normally look at Doge before Bitcoin and Ethereum every day, you know, us. So, of course, we did rewind. I'm just kidding. We'll add it to the list. Thanks, man. Yep. Okay. So, whatever. I don't care if it keeps mooning. It doesn't matter. This is a joke. Like, to ever long here is so stupid. But you flip the chart over. Oh, my God. This might be a pretty decent area for an actionable long. Get it? Even if it keeps dumping, it's lower risk for a long if you inverted the chart. Now it's high risk. Okay.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
No, Canaan is not weed. I don't know what I was thinking. It is a semiconductor? Wow. Wow. Whoa, dude. Interesting here. CAN. Canaan. Trying to backtest. Whoa, dude. I love this. This actually is really interesting here. Confirming a bottom at a critical level of inflection. Dang, I need to put this on the watch list. Right? It did it. What was once a resistance from history in May, which is the zone of inflection, is now support. Then you've rallied and you sprung, you broke above the top end, and now you're trying to back test it as support. I don't know if we can say there's really like hidden divergence or anything, but if you can stay above 817, man, you stay above that 200 moving average, dude, $13 would probably be your target. Now you clearly can see a potential Bulkowski structure. I mean, this is like the only chart I'm seeing like on my list that I've seen looking like it's bottoming out. Think about the fundamentals here. Inversing ENS, chat. Inversing it. You flip the chart, it's the ENS chart almost in many ways, right? Where you got an asset that had a peak, right? Whatever, you know, it's the W-shaped COVID crash. All right, you get it. And then what does it do? It rallies 88% of the way. And now look at it. You know, like that is high risk. Certain high risk. So you flip it though, and we go back to non-Rudy Poo world. It's actually pretty interesting here, okay? And what I love about it is, look left. There's not really anything above you. I mean, at all. I love that. Like that. And man, you can hold 817 long enough. $13. You break $13. Whoa, that's when the crazy run could happen again. You know, you could run up to 2483. So nice one, very nice. At value areas, Bulkowski patterns, spring back test of springs going on. You have a pretty decent argument in development here on CAN. Poopsie, thank you, dude. Very good. All right. We have less than 6 minutes until your monthly, your daily candle close. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks for being here. All right. All right. Well, here's Nord. I've been here before. It doesn't really look like anything that sticks out to me is awesome. Maybe if you can get down to 262, I'll like it. Because then by then it'd make a low to high, deep retrace, 78886. Maybe an M shape. It'd be back testing a spring from June. I would wait on this asset. Even if it doesn't get down there, I don't care. I'm not worried about it. I would wait till 250 to 260 before I even thought about this asset, right? And again, the same things we look for on every asset, right? Hit the 786. If we got an 886, how strategic, how perfect the confluence of the 886 and the ice line from June. That would be X marks the spot. Your deep value areas, and maybe we get a confirmation low there. I don't really like it right now so much. Just because where the 786 is doesn't really make too much sense to me on why it would like be such a strong, amazing support, you know? So wait for this one, have an alert set up. And if it doesn't, who cares? Move on. Who cares if it reverses here? We don't have much of enough of an argument to really like
Hey
this
Mitch,
right now.
can we look at Bayot/USDT? Thanks for your knowledge and streams every day.
So Bretta, thank you. Yep, sure. Just wait on Nords. Okay. The next one was this. I think I remember this one being okay. Oh, come on, man. Let's go up 38%. Didn't you request this yesterday? This was pinged. I mean, we saw it and it was like, dang, it was up 18%. Then look at it, sold off and then pumped again, man. Let's go. So this is specimen behavior. This was like the best request of the day yesterday, I think. Because it was above a critical level, right? Look, a very real level. One bottom, type 1 return, type 2 return. Converged, diverged really well. And your targets eventually, I mean, 6.5 tenths of 1 cent to 7.05 tenths of 1 cent or whatever it is up here. These are pretty much your targets. If it's going to play out all the way, you are testing and you're dealing with this October 25th high, this level. You haven't really broken it yet. But if you're just playing the harmonic and you're strategizing normally, you would be wanting to swing for the top of the harmonic, right? The trend is bullish. Okay, you got that. So they can these things that present themselves can outperform. Okay, so wait for the targets up here. There you go, Miliano. Yeah. What was good yesterday, day before, is now even better. But it's up 37.75%, so it's not actionable for long, literally right now as I'm speaking to you. We have 2 minutes, 30 seconds till the monthly candle close. Let's go. Beautiful. Yeah, Clean Spark was a trade setup. That broke the level of inflection, rallied hard, and has pulled back, and is now what seems to be, I mean, hidden bullish divergence, I guess, in the 4 hour. It's just showing its first level of positive momentum today that it has since November 4th, beginning of the month. You did bullishly engulf on the 4 hour. You'd think it would not be weird if the asset came to back test $15, because it's never, since it broke out October 14th, it's never come to back test. So if it did that, all right, not weird. But this one, you know, you think there's a lot of upside on it. Right, it's in an uptrend, harmonic developed, confirmation low. There is daily hidden bullish divergence, certainly in development right now. So on a good significant time scale, I mean that, you know, it's developing. Like your histogram keeps losing negative momentum. The closer you get to neutral, the more developed the hidden divergence is. So give me a few more days of that. You can be really careful though. It looks like, I mean, unless I'm getting gaslighted, December 14th. Couple weeks from now, earnings, so that could kill everything. But to me, it's pretty good right now. It's still fine. Looks like it's implying a continuation upward after bottoming out at the pattern completion zone of the bullish bat pattern. That's it. Okay, clean spark. Okay, we got to go to Bitcoin, and we'll get back to these requests after the local on the 8s. Let's go to that monthly, so we can witness not history, because we're not going to make the highest monthly candle close ever. In fact, it will be the 4th highest monthly close ever. The 4th highest. 4th to March, April, and recently October. That was the highest. 15 seconds. 4 hour bearish engulfing candle below critical resistance is about to be confirmed as well.
Could we take a peek at Nanu's
there it is, chat.
US per chance?
History. Not really history for Ethereum.
Spin on a Tuesday.
Not for Bitcoin. Thank you, Sweaty Jalapenos. Thank you, man. Can't do a request and a spin request, dude. That's asking way too much. It's got to be one or the other. You can ask for spin or contribution. I'm going to assume you each want the TA. And I'm sure the audience does too. Yeah, not great, not terrible on Bitcoin's monthly close. But who cares about Bitcoin when we know about Ethereum? Never before in history have traders settled up this high before until now. And you're living it, chat. The Ethereum to Bitcoin chart set us free. Helped us understand who was going to be the king for at least the midterm. And it's Ethereum. Wow. All right. A little selling. Not really on the new day, new month. Remember, you've hit an 88% retrace to the T from your all-time high to the correction low. From the high to the low. Look how literal perfect, chat. You just saw me anchor, okay? The way you anchor from the high to the low. 886 on the wick high from this morning. And no higher. Uncanny. All right, so you're reacting. You're working on a reaction here. For now. No edge for bears at all. Bullish convergence. And if a pullback happens here, you just can't be that surprised. And it's a pullback. A pullback that happens at a deep retrace without bearish divergence normally just pivots on shallow retraces from the previous low to high that you just established and then goes again. All right, so the more pressing matter was the bearish engulfing candle on Bitcoin's 4-hour chart below the resistance. That's very bad. I mean, that's terrible. Like, you gotta love Ethereum, but Bitcoin just did something not good again, man. You know these levels, like this zone here, this gray zone is super real. And maybe if you didn't believe it, now you do. We've had these plotted since they were manufactured for the first time ever in February. The daily highest level ever where traders settled up and the wick high. Always been there, right? Everything correlated to that afterward, including right now. So, you know, I mean, I guess you're developing this support here at 56K. So that might be getting tested again soon if you Don't catch the bids. You just spent how long? Just too long. Over 48 hours testing and failing to break one of the most critical resistance points on this entire chart. Yeah, you'd come all the way down. I mean, test 53.7 and things are still going to be okay probably for a confirmation low or something. You got to break out, man. Like, you got to do something like what happened in late September. And then this was the first 8 hours. I'm showing you the first 8 hours of the new month of October. This is these two candles. You see them? The breakout and then the crazy follow through and then no pullbacks and then even more so than all-time highs. So yeah, we need something else here. We didn't get a bearish engulfing candle, did we? For the close of the month. Now you just got an indecision candle after just testing this level as support, you know, for the first time in history. He held, man. So we gotta do something, okay? Break 58.3, we're on, dude. We're going to 63.5, 65K, and maybe even price discovery after, but not until we break the level we haven't broken, okay? Okay. So that was just your local on the 8s or whatever. Hey, Binance Coin, highest monthly candle of all time. An outperformer. Awesome. Way better than Cardano, technically speaking. You understand the person that said TA is fake said it with like the weird caps thing, so it's like TA is fake, meaning like he was being facetious. So just keep that in mind. That's what it means. It's like SpongeBob. You know the meme. Okay, let's go to the next request, which was SNX for egg. That, yeah, I think it's at a critical inflection point. Someone even identified a Gartley. I guess you could maybe identify a Gartley. I don't know how though. You'd have to like maybe cherry pick some. It wouldn't be a Gartley though, would it? It would be like more like a cipher. Okay, your SNX. Remember that time we watched 1/3 of the circulating supply be delivered or transferred? I hate that. But yes, undeniably at a level of inflection that is extremely important, as extremely important as $13.50 to $14. Right, you're at it now. If you break this, you're probably going to 550. Meaning, like, if you break the support you're trying to hold above desperately right now, there is still 27% downside if this support is broken. But this is exactly where an asset will react. It doesn't mean, though, when it reacts, it's time to enter, or, oh my God, I can't believe I'm missing this. It was such a perfect area. How do you know that the bottom's in on this? It rallies, makes a substantially lower high than the previous high, then dumps again, and then maybe on the second test of this inflection zone, we would consider taking a long. But for now, I think it's just like, yes, you're at an area where do not be surprised if this asset rallies from here. But it doesn't mean it's going to usher in a complete reversal that would take it all the way back up to $13.50, $14. You normally need something far more significant structurally like this. Give me something like that. That right there with divergence of the combination would make me feel far more confident to believe a more major reversal was coming. You don't have that yet. You just got to the bottom like yesterday, a day ago, 2 days ago. So I would just like wait on this, man. I get it. You don't want to miss out, dude, but it's like, go ahead and miss out on SNX. It rallies and you think things are good. It has not near enough buying pressure to push it any higher and then relents and then dumps back down to your entry. And you just wasted a week or two while Ethereum moons because 5K, Bitcoin, you know, somehow picks up too and rallies, right? And outperforms. So yeah, there you go, man. That's sure. There's your SNX egg. Got it? Okay. Okay, next request. MIR, man, what a great big fat disappointment, right? Where it is now just hit near its lowest level of all time. You know, what a loser, right? What a freaking loser. This is like, you know, sometimes it occurs. Like, you get the reversal patterns. Sometimes the asset it ushers in a complete reversal of the entire trend and goes to price discovery and beyond to 1,000, 2,000% gains, right? And then other times, it'll confirm a bottom or a second bottom, third bottom at an inflection point, and then rally, and then make deep retraces. I mean, it went to the 618, and then topped out, made a lower high, and then dumped again. So, I mean, this is sometimes how it plays out. That's why like profit taking on the way up is good, but aggressive targets never got hit on this one, unfortunately. So you're certainly, I mean, without a doubt, on the 4-hour diverging. If you get above 220, or I'm sorry, if you get above 276.
Can you check dollar run, sun run? Heading towards a double bottom.
Not really looking like it, man. I'd scan through it today.
Retrace.
Cruelty will look, thanks, man. Okay, so there is exhaustion from sellers at 100% retrace. If you get above 276, I think your target's 327. So you get above this inflection point at 276. There was once a support for months. It's now resistance. If you break back above it, the upside potential, you got 17% upside potential on the lower low, right? So it all depends. Will this really play out? I think it's trying to play out, but didn't really go anywhere, right? I mean, just went up to go test the area that was support as resistance, which is kind of a form of bearish confirmation. So it's all about if. You break 276, you could very well go to 327. If you don't, you're going right back down to 248, where you're about to test it for the first time ever, I guess. Well, you were a little off right there. You'll go test that again, 250. Really, really disappointing asset. Awful. No one's buying it. It's trash. It's literal trash compared to many other assets in this space that are making consecutive higher highs, higher lows. This just made its lowest low ever. So, or tested the lowest low ever. Vast underperformer. You know, I'd put my money on something like Binance Coin before Myrrh. Who cares about Myrrh, man? But yeah, I mean, like, it's at these levels where it could be considered low risk. Sure. Talk about a big range. You know, we talk about what's really happening, what's being regarded. I mean, that is so real of a level. Look how many times it was resistance and couldn't break it. You're talking about just from the top 540 to the bottom 250. You're at the bottom, man. So if you one wants to test their luck, this is the bottom of the range. Sure. I mean, maybe this is where it all turns around. Sure. Okay, that's Myrrh. Kind of a joke, right? Next request. Battery metals. Oh my god. Well, this is 350,000 volume. It's kind of looked like it's crashed lately. Yeah, it went from 33 cents to 13 cents. So that's a definite crash right there. Yeah, dude, a crash. It lost 63% of its value in 36 days. That's crashed. Below critical support, I guess, from March 2019. I wouldn't touch this crap. I'd never touch this crap. I don't care what it does, man. But what it does is all it does is lose. Lower highs, lower lows. And just recently painted with confirmation, one high, second high, another lower high than the previous highs. So what are you looking for? You want some sort of harmonic? Oh, what do I do with the scam wig? It's too low volume. There may be no one even making this market, dude. I'm just, no thanks. I would just move on. We want 1 million volume minimum, okay? You have 350,000 volume. Just no. Just like no. I'm sorry, no. Right, like, this isn't just like, hey, look at my asset just cause I know someone that does this. No, look at my asset because the things that you've taught here, I'm trying to apply to a chart. Ah, that's the real request show, not Rudy Poo. I have no idea. I'm just asking about it cause. And again, I appreciate the contribution and the support, but I want you to be better. You'll never get better having someone coddle you on your request. Oh, NILIF. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. It's beautiful. It's so good. No, it's not good at all. It's nothing about it would make me care about this. Okay. Sag Potatoes brought up a monthly bearish divergence or something again on Bitcoin. I mean, RSI, how can you call that? How can you consider that bearish divergence? How do you even know? How do you even know it's done? You don't know. Or are you trying to say from this high? From the December high to this one? I don't think you consider that. Do you understand? It might take a decade if that was even real for it to play out. It could take forever. Not a decade, maybe like 5 years plus. I consider it like a cycle ended. Okay, consolidation. Now you new cycle. Okay, new peak. This was the first one. Okay, I think we're gonna get another one. We always get like a second rally after. So no, I don't even know if you could consider that major bearish divergence on the RSI. And it's like, hey, if you're trying to say that, it's like, wait a second, but what about bearish indicators and extremely bullish conditions? They can be unreliable, and they can oftentimes, if they are reliable, if they happen, they underperform. They don't play out very well. So Bitcoin just went up to back test on the new month, 57.4 as resistance, first time since you just engulfed on the 4 hour. So that was like a request, so I just went back to it. But look, you know, you bearish engulfing below the zone of inflection, and you've just now tested not just the daily candle high close from February with an all-time high, you also testing the supply line as resistance still.
What do you think about Cocos?
What do you think about Cocos? I think someone would say they're cuckoo for Cocos, but they were much cooler than me. All right. So moving on. Wu-Tang. B-Dubs wants the Wu-Tang. Which Wu-Tang are we looking at? We're looking at this one. Yeah, Wu-Tang fell below critical levels. Yikes. You know, a below 109, not really looking good, huh? I mean, you like double bottomed, you've rallied, but it's nothing, right? You have not yet tested 109, 111 as resistance. I think that's coming. I think you're gonna go test that if you not, either you break it or you fail, but I think it's gonna happen, right? It's the high from October 1st, high from October 10th, support from 26 October, right? Support resistance, that's your area. So it's gonna go up, test that. I don't know if it's gonna break it. It may come down for a larger real double bottom, or the downtrend could continue. But one thing's real, you haven't made any higher lows yet, or not really any kind of higher high. So I think there's still a lot more evidence we need before I feel really, really good about this. I just don't yet. Wu-Tang had a really nice run, right? And topped out where? Topped out at that high from August 30th, that wick high got listed. From the low to high though, the all-time high. You have not even made a 78% retrace. That would be the most strategic conservative entry area, okay, that makes sense not just with Fibonacci value perceived areas, but also levels that were once resistance would maybe for the first time in human history become support. That is where it might be actionable for a long, right in between the 786, 886, look left. Yes, I would wait on Wu-Tang. Decentralized Wu-Tang, 64.8 to 69.7 cents. Wait for that. And if it never gets there, move on with your day. Let the market come to you. Play the market. Playing the market's waiting for an asset to go to the 786, 886 inflection points that are confluent, and an edge where there is seller exhaustion implied at those levels. That's right. Playing the market. Getting played by the market is, oh my God, this asset's up randomly, and it's just making substantially lower highs, lower lows. Time to go long. That's getting played by the market. Okay. That's your Wu-Tang. All right. Moving on. B-Dubs, did that suffice, man? Let me know. Yeah, first time in Wu-Man. First thing in Wu-Tang history. All right, yeah, it would be 65 cents. Let's go. Okay, next request. I don't know if I've ever been here before. You tell me an exchange? No, you just said this one. Ah, God, dude, I don't know. I'm gonna have to like, scroll through like, you know, different exchanges on this. I'm not. I'm just gonna look at this one, you know. Nice. Georgia, Michigan, Alabama, Cincinnati. Top 4. College football rankings. It won't matter.
You are a savage. Keep up the great work. KuCoin is a solid exchange it seems. Can you check out Casey's please? Nerd face.
Sure thing. Thank you, Jess.
I mean Coco's USD crypto coin. What do you think about the chart?
Yeah, I figured, Julian. It was not you asking me, am I cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, dude? Come on. I would just dry humor, and we were gonna, once I got to it on the list, I would try to look at it to see if it was actually a thing, okay? So yes, thank you, man, for the additional 20. Thanks, Julian. All right, anyway, so AERGO, ergo to the US dollar tether, KuCoin, clearly at the top of a range, clearly showing lots of accumulation locally, right? You just kind of got this going on right there. So there could be the argument for a sell wall with accumulation, which would be ascending triangle behavior. But there's a lot of, like, it could go all the way down to 36 cents from here before pivoting and rallying again. So not quite at like a very amazing strategic entry point, but nevertheless, it looks okay here. Same time, if not enough bids come in from market participants, that buyers will relent. Sellers will come in and they could push the price all the way down to the bottom of the range. We know inherently buy low, sell high. If you were trying to long this right now, you would just be trying to long the idea of accumulation with a sell wall and absorption of remaining supply, where you could be wrong. Because I've seen it many times where the same stuff develops. You get these levels, not enough demand, too much supply, and it dumps and goes, it breaks the demand line and goes all the way down to the bottom of the range, and or, you know, M shapes and makes an 88% retrace from the previous low. So I would just, so if you think the momentum is strong, you think it's going to break out because that's what's happening, okay, sure, roll the dice. But it's not at your lowest risk area by any means. AERGO. And you would just, if you wanted to target, pretty easy, thankfully, right? You were gifted with a couple scam wicks that would be easy targets, right? You broke 42.85 or 42.85 cents, 53.61 cents, then 59.07 cents. Would you not going to be satisfied if it did hit the second target? You're not going to be satisfied with 44% upside if it did break out? There you go, man. That's AERGO. There's multiple schools of thought on this. Okay. What just happened? Dude, what happened? My music just stopped. Bueller? Whoa, dude. Oh, wow, my whole input is gone. This is weird. This happened to me a couple days ago. Hold on, I have to like reset my thing. Hold on. Oh my god. Oh god. I pray that no one's ears just got blown out. Jesus, dude. What the... Hold on, dude. I have no idea what to do now, man. Sorry, this is weird. This is awkward, chat. Very awkward. Oh, it should be good now. Sweet. All right, we're back. Yeah, I remember my first stream too, man. This is it. This is my first stream ever today. Okay, total. It's about time for total to moon 3 trillion again soon, based on the way the freaking histogram looks, right? The way Ethereum looks, gonna lead this market. Bitcoin's gonna do things, but Ethereum's gonna be the king. And you'd be like, I can't believe it, man. I can't believe this happened. We'll believe it. Doge monthly was requested next. The monthly on Doge, certainly not all-time highs, not even close, man. So what were you saying? This is nothing. This is, oh my God. Terrible, man. Just awful, right? Doge on the monthly, literal nothing burger. 5-6 months of nothing burger. No, this is no candle. This is no Japanese candlestick. This is get wrecked, FOMO moon boys, and sitting in this, I guess, while many other things do a lot of good things, right? Pump. This does nothing. Up, down, range bound. Nice for the bots, I guess. The bots, you know, buying at 18.6 cents and selling at 35 cents. Yikes. No words. Terrible. Still holding. I mean, it's the base. Like, this is Elon pump, and then probably the reason why it's still up is because Elon maybe still owns his. If Elon ever sells, though, you're all screwed. But yeah, I mean, like 4 hour, dude, it looks like a lot of others where, hey, if Bitcoin catches the bids and the altcoins go through their own little cycle, their own little thing like they normally do, this would probably appreciate in value again too. Okay, not to doom and gloom, but it is a joke, literally a joke. No, dude, you don't get it, man. You don't get it. Okay, cool, dude. Alright, this is the first time, never been here, but it's interesting. It definitely looks like, wow, it's trying to bottom out here. So we have certain levels of inflection, undeniable levels here. You know, I'll tell you this. 50 cents is not a joke. The first time in history it was created, May 19th. You just sprung back tested the spring here. And what I really like is just below that, look how this new base, this was newly created in August. How it held and held and held again. Double bottom within double bottom. Like 4 hour, you have a local double bottom. Daily, you have a major double bottom. Right? I think anything above 50 cents could eventually run up to 79 cents. Let me just, I think it's a zone. It's always a zone, man. It's almost never just perfect. So it's a zone here between 74.6 and 80 cents, okay? So if it holds above 50, then one's like, if one's long right now, then they're in this and they're just waiting until 74.6 to 80 cents. And then they're taking some profit there. Maybe they're not exiting, because if it does break 80 cents, chat, bye. You're gone to a minimum, like undeniable minimum of $1.12. So even from where it is right now, being up 5.5% today, nice bullish engulfing candle on the last 4 hour, immediate follow through. I mean, you have a 28 to 35% upside from where you are right now. So VAI is actually pretty good right now. More upside. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay, cool. Next request was Nano. That has been really rough, man. Like, failing to launch over and over and over again. You know, I mean, still, it's okay, I guess. It's just, as long as it makes a higher low than your September 27th low, I think you'll be okay. You're just creating another M shape, right? This M shape played out, went up and hit some serious levels from history, and then has dumped and going for a full reset again. Like, we could probably look at it like a bat or a shark. Let's see, maybe a bat here. Let me just try a couple anchor points out. All right. Yeah. Wow, Gartley. Dang, man. I mean, it's at the pattern completion zone if you're anchoring this way. It's at the 786. So for me, I would think it's really important for Nano to hold above $4.46 candle high close from January 8th. You can hold that, you're going to make another higher low to the PCZ of a harmonic, confluent with the 1414. So it's going to have, or worst case, this thing goes down and makes an 886, which we've seen many times before. The 886 is actually a little bit more strategic. It pretty much did hit the 886 on that wick. Good God, it was so close, right? The 886 confluent with the candle high close from January. So maybe you get a type 2 return or something on Nano, but it's getting to levels where it's getting pretty interesting. Or maybe it does the same thing it did the last time it bottomed out at a 786, 886, right? Yeah, getting pretty interesting here. Okay, Nano back to levels that could be very good. A lot of chop here, decent support and stuff, so you might want to cut it off below 445. Because below 445, probably 392, 372. Yeah, Nano actually interesting. Okay, put it on your watch list, Nano. Okay, block for Ed, which we've been, and is an active trade setup still. Struggled yesterday, started kind of today. Can't break that 14.5 cent area. I figure it would, because based on any sort of even wave structure, it didn't even hit a 786 nor an 886. So I'm just thinking that it'll just make a higher low and continue on. Eventually hit maybe 16 cents. I'm hoping for anyway. For the M shape, like the shark or something, the deep retrace, in and uptrend. There's probably a demand line, there's probably a channel we could plot, whatever, like that. You're about to fall out, about to break that demand line, but just make a higher low than the previous lows just created a few days ago. That's your block, man. Really struggled to catch some bids, but I think it's all metaverse plays have been struggling lately with the performance of of Ethereum and some Bitcoin. You understand the metaverse plays have been inversing the market. That's why they've been doing so well, because Ethereum kind of been correcting for a month, or for most of a month, and metaverse is not. So it's like they've had huge run-ups, and now the big boys are taking back over. Maybe the whole sentiment is going bullish for the macro, and if you're inverse correlated and you stay inverse correlated, what do you think happens? The things that were inverse correlating are going the other way. They were going up. They're about to start going down if that's the way it's going. It's a big one, right? So just got to understand, if you're playing something, it's going up while the rest of the market's not going up. It's going down. You feel good, right, at the time in your trade, but you better not be like over allocated or something, because what happens when the macro picks back up? What you own is going to lose value, most likely. It's not going to just keep going. Okay? Like, that's the whole Hex story. The whole market for months, all summer, in a correction, Hex wasn't. Hex was just making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, three rising valleys, ascending triangles, right? Falling wedges, bullish 5-0s, over and over and over again. Our cuppeth runneth over on Hex. But then what happened? Bitcoin, Ethereum found their bottom. And what did Hex do? It topped out and went through a correction that lasted 6 weeks plus, 2 months maybe. So yeah, be careful with these inverse correlating assets. All right, that's the moral of the story on block and metaverse plays, okay? Next request was Sunrun. That, yeah, it doesn't really look too hot. I mean, I get it, I get why you're like, oh yeah, but dude, I don't really like this asset. Creating a major on the daily double bottom, getting back an inflection point, and then rallying to the top and hitting a resistance again and failing. I hate that, because to me, it's almost like a wave structure that's about to begin a huge markdown to like 2143, where that's the only support. I think what you're doing is you might very well be, the top might be in. Right, you can't have this type of behavior. I mean, like one high, I don't know. Oh, confirmation low, nice. This should be the bottom if it's truly in. When you rally to the top and you hit that same resistance, the neckline, and then fail, and then you start dumping, and then you start falling below zones of inflection. Not good. It's really not good. You're confirming a substantially lower high than previous highs of the buying climax. Way less market participants. It might be time to continue pushing the price down. I don't really like it below $49. I really hate the fact that it made a lower high there, or the same high. And the whole market's, not whole, but a lot of individual assets and sectors are looking similar. Not very good anymore. Or they were looking good, not really anymore. Okay. Got a FOMO police, hold on. Good God, dude. Like the entire freaking state's fire trucks, man. Like a parade going on. Okay, here's your Cocos. Decentralized Cocoa Puffs to Tether. What do you want from me, dude? It just like went up 100+% in a day or two, right? Oh, I'm sorry, not 100%. It went up 857% in one day. That point, it's all high risk, right? I don't know. It's making higher lows but lower highs. So to me, M shape could be in development, right? The high, the sell off, and then the attempted rally, the almost expected attempted rally all the time. What did it do? Ended up making the same high a lower high, and is now sold off, made a higher low, accumulation still, but then another lower high. Yikes. Consecutive lower highs now. I mean, it could rally here, dude. Sure. But these are just not the ones you swing trade, really. I mean, I guess the RSI is showing some hidden bullish divergence. Barely. So yeah, maybe it rallies here. I mean, easy target if it was good, say you already owned it, you weren't like taking a fresh long, your target's gonna be 525 again, right? Yeah. Which are the two candlelight closes. But this is how like these start. Okay, this is like what can happen, you know. This stuff, it bleeds out, and it takes like a month or two, right? It takes forever before it gets down to reasonable levels where it could be strategic for an entry. It takes a while to get there. 786 lines up with that old high from March. For me, it's something I wouldn't touch, but have fun paying extreme, unbelievable premium on an asset that is not making higher highs right now. It actually made a lower high. But yeah, maybe it moons and goes to 525 again and then just keeps going. All right, have fun playing in that market that's not really how real markets are at all given times. Congrats on a mania phase of some S coin you found, you know, like. Ed, thanks, man, for the 5 super chat. Glad things are working out for you, you know. Larry, yeah. See what happened? Dude, it's freaking Larry. Larry, you know I have a sound club. I've been waiting for you, dude, okay?
See what happens, Larry?
Alright, next request. Yeah, the KuCoin chart. I should look at this more often, man, because if it's anything like Binance, you know, it is, dude. It's like Binance, dude. It's like unreal. It's probably, you know, beginning mania phase soon. I think there's a range here, a rectangle, and it's on the cusp of a breakout. It's nearing the major 1.618 fib extension too. I mean, first target is going to be 2962. But if we're going to talk about like a rectangle or something, which I think it is rectangling, you can get out the parallel channel tool if you want. Whatever, it doesn't really matter too much. But like that is the structure of consolidation you've been in, you know, since the beginning of this month. And right, if you break it, you could Fibonacci. If you wanted a rectangle measure move, you measure the size of the structure from the breakout, and this is another way to target, right? Measuring the rectangles move. Adequate target will be 3482. Okay, if it was actually gonna break out, because it may not. You're getting to a point where it starts getting high risk for a fresh long. This is exactly where it could reverse. That's all it's done in history. But if it breaks it, you think eventually it could go to 3482. Just like we think Binance could go to freaking $1,000 eventually, $800. You know, so there you have it. That's KuCoin. It's you're paying high premium. There is no value in store at all for this asset. High premium. Why is it high premium? Because from its previous high to low, it's nearing a 1.618, 161.8% retrace from the previous high to low. 161% inverse sale. So it's like you go to Amazon, right? If we always make the example about going to Amazon and looking at your favorite whatever, and it's an 88% sale, oh, I'll buy that. Then you go to Amazon on something like KuCoin, and it's like, instead of it being scratched out and saying 88.6%, it would scratch out the price and put a much higher price. It would say plus 161%. And you're like, dang, dude, that's really expensive. Is that inflation? No, that's just what it's trading at for the free market. Oh, I don't see much value in that. But high flyers can continue to high fly. And look at the mania. I mean, this could go, maybe you get the blow off top, right? Normally, assets that are runs like this, eventually they can all end with the crazy blow off top, buying climax. It goes up to $50 and then crashes, you know? Okay. Next one and the last one on the list. Let's see. Looking for where the data is, you know. Can't find it. I guess this is as much data as there is on this. Okay, here's your VGX. Voyager. Dang, man. You can talk about...
How would you look at that?
Look at how close it was. I mean, it like pretty much back tested the old high, the wick high from October 29th as support, and is rallying. On the Coinbase chart, it looks like the whole freaking chart is a double bottom. But yeah, I mean, look what you're doing. You'd be like, is that a head and shoulders? Like, the trend is extremely bullish here. I get it. It's how they can reverse, but this is really large structure. I guess it's all about I think your target here is probably 522. But yeah, I don't think you'd want to top out here. Then all of a sudden, it's like, is that a head and shoulders? Clearly know what your neckline is, right? 330 to 350 below you. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a really bullish trend, and if it's in between two levels, right? 350 and 520. It's impossible to strategize an entry here and a stop loss. Impossible. There's no way that it makes any sense to be taking fresh longs right here, even the right, because the closer you are to 352, 330, that is where the closer you are to that, the better you're able to strategize an entry and stop loss strategically, right? Because you look left and you don't want to be in the asset below 330. But if you're this far away from it, it's impossible, right? You're just gambling and flipping a coin. It could go all the way down to 388. You try to set a stop loss up randomly somewhere, you get stopped out, it pivots, and then runs again, right? So it's just nothing you can really do with it right now, but it could very well end up seeing 522. And then maybe if it keeps going, 580. And then if it ever broke that, my God, yay, fib extension from the high to the low. 646 would be the 1272 first target. Okay, that's it, man. That's it. That was the last request, where here's Bitcoin again, just testing the waters, testing the extremely important resistance. Failed for the greater part of 48 hours. But Ethereum doesn't care at all. And that is really kind of what's happening. We have a colossal breakout on Ethereum dominance. Again, the highest level Ethereum dominance has been since February of 2018, right around when I started creating content. Multiple years. I think that's the silver lining. And you got to think that that might have something, like something's changing now. We've been consolidating on Ethereum.d for a while, for months, right? It's finally broken. Now Ethereum, the US dollar, looks exceptionally better than Bitcoin and will probably continue to look that way. Look what it's doing on the 4 hour. It's up 1.63% with Bitcoin being up 0.84%, continuing to outperform. If Bitcoin just holds on, Ethereum's going to see all-time highs, and then 5K. At 5K, there will be an Ethereum NFT that will be minted, limited supply, of course. But then your fib extension's going to be 5122, 5257, and then 5450. Where is the audio? I can't hear that. Let's go, B-dubs, man. Something broke, I guess, when I had to reset the audio because I can't hear it now. Can y'all hear that? The Jesus chimes? Consume tokenomics connects. Yes. Yes, B-dubs. Absolutely, man. B-dubs. What happened, man? You're the penthouse Jesus, and no one can challenge your reign. Can't hear it. You can hear the audio, but you can't hear that. That's so weird. It's actually something where it's like, it doesn't make sense. And it'd be like, oh, if I restarted my OBS, it'd work again. It's just, have you tried turning it off and turning it on again, sir? No? Well, go ahead and do that, and then pay me an absorbent fee for my services. You know, it's kind of like that right now. So Ethereum that hit the 886 is probably running to go test it again. Probably going to break it, and I guess it's so strong that 113% would make more sense. I think 113% is very close to a $5,000 Ethereum. Right, XA. Let's just try it out. My God, it is. It's like the... Yep, that's the target, chat. You understand? An outperforming wave structure. 886, meh. 113, 5K. There you go. That's probably what'll happen, I guess, right here, you know. So strong. The 3-day bullish engulfing candle yesterday that had a daily, or that traders settled up on that 3-day candle higher than the old all-time highs. That is so strong, dude. Stupidly strong. And you've already caught lots of fall through price action on it. Anyway, thanks to the 1,000 people tuned in. Thanks for the 500 likes. And thanks YouTube for never letting us know ever again how many dislikes we have. Because, yeah, they have a political agenda at Google. Certainly. Without a doubt. And their side has been getting downvoted to oblivion by just people. It's not like brigading. It's just literally viewers of YouTube and people on the internet dislike a lot of things that, you know, they want to become reality. No one wants it. So they're just going to censor. Okay, chat. Well, it's been a good stream. Yeah, pretty decent. I mean, historical day. The highest monthly candle close ever for Ethereum just 46 minutes ago. And this is the one. This is certainly the one for now. All you have to do is look at Ethereum dominance to see how and why it's the one. And probably won't stop till 24 to 25% total market cap dominance, right? 25% of the money that is in all of crypto is going to be in Ethereum. This breakout is not a joke. You understand, right? Look left, May, August, September, and now breached. This is not a joke. Ethereum's going to do things people couldn't believe, won't believe. Oh, VeChain. Sorry, I didn't see that. I don't know why. Oh, it's because I couldn't hear it. I don't know. I didn't read it. Sorry. Yeah, VeChain. At least y'all can hear this. you know, hasn't really given much of an indication that it's bottoming out. Didn't double bottom or anything. I mean, it still looks like there could be a little bit more downside. We're talking about inflection points. To me, it's just kind of like, yeah, sure, runs up to test 13 cents, but what's the argument? What's the technical analysis argument right now for VeChain that sticks out where it's like it's time, right? Technical analysis argument, right? What's the argument? You know, currently it's time, where it is. You look here, right? We looked at it at the beginning of the stream. There was a real argument here, right? Ethereum to Bitcoin, October 20th, right? Real reason. You were in an uptrend. Undeniably, you were above major inflection points from history. You had tested and failed to break that level. You made a higher low. Then the M shape. You broke the supply line. And at the pattern completion zone of a harmonic, you showed not just the type 1 return, the reaction low, the reversal low, type 2 return. And on that second low, not the first one, we don't know on the first one. It could go to the 886 easy. But when it was trying to bottom out there on the 786 and there was this much exhaustion implied, that gave more confidence to believe it was going up from there. That's the argument. Really strong argument. And then you go to VeChain, it's like, you don't really have a very strong argument for an actionable long right now. You have a reaction randomly. You're not confirming a bottom. You're not at an inflection point at all. The next inflection point is like 10 cents. So for me, it's like, cool. I hope it moons, man, for everyone. Now, you know? And it could, right? Without an edge, we don't know. Like, there's 50% chance probably. It's just like you flip a coin, it could go up next to go test 13.3 cents. It hit a 786. It did. But if we're looking at this, the 886 would be the PCZ if this was a B point. Yeah. So, and then look, the 886 is confluent with a real level of inflection where historically multiple times has acted as a reversal area, a support or resistance. So like you would probably want to wait on VeChain until 9.2 to 9.8 cents if you wanted the best, most conservative strategic entry. Hey man, I could just reverse here. Sure. That always is a possibility on any given chart. But we're looking for a reason. Give me a reason, maybe more so at 9.5 to 10 cents. Okay. That's VeChain. What if Bitcoin if Bitcoin goes nuts and soon, right, breaks this resistance, is butting up against right now again for over 2 days. If Bitcoin goes up, this is just going to go up with it. It's just going to go up and test these other levels. What if Bitcoin goes price discovery? VeChain is probably just going to go through all these levels and then run upward again. It's not going to be the most strategic entry area for a swing trade. It's just rising with the tides. Okay, we cool. So that was for you, B-dubs, man. Thanks again for that. It's really 222 repeating, of course. Here's your Bitcoin. This is the level I was just talking about. Again and again. You got to break this zone, this gray zone. You break it. No, I'm not talking about up thrusting like a scrub, like you did multiple times, once a day over the past 2 days. I'm talking about actually breaking this level that is oh so real. And there could be absorption of remaining supply going on. It's very possible. We think it's should have probably rolled over by now. It's not rolling over yet on the new month. Hidden bearish divergence is not playing out really. It's not doing anything yet bearishly. And who cares? It's Bitcoin, whatever. It's Ethereum. This is the real one right here. Okay, this is where the capital should be allocated, or it should have been. I don't know what to tell you. I can only be here every single day and tell you that Ethereum is technically superior to Bitcoin based on an actual argument with charts. That's all I can do. And now this thing's about to hit. I mean, it's hitting its highest level of the new month right now. So you're thinking 113% retrace. It's going to float with the 5K mark. So the target is $5,000, chat, from here. Okay, $5,000 is achieved for the first time. We will mint a limited edition Ethereum NFT. Okay. Okay, so good stream. Appreciate everyone coming out. Thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. About 2-hour live stream, pretty good. Thanks for the turnout. And keep your eyes on Bitcoin. 58372 breaks. Moon soon. Very real moon soon. Ethereum 5,000. Okay, I'll be back. Till next time, respect the TA.
Adios, turd nuggets.